Henry, down. Down. There you go. My name is Ann Farmer. I have rheumatoid arthritis and I'm allergic to all the RA drugs, which means I go into anaphylactic shock if I take them. So there's nothing to stop the joint deterioration. We had talked to our doctor about, because I can't pick things up or get things, and sometimes I can't open doors, and talked to him, and he brought up, you know, a friend of his had a service dog, did we want to meet her, and it might be a good thing for us to look into, which we did, and we filled out our application here and came to E&P and met this great group of people who helped us get Henry. They matched us with him.
My name is Maria Eikenberry, and I'm the executive director and co-founder of Eyes, Ears, Nose, and Paws. Yeah, you're gonna look at me every time I say something. It's distracting. Eyes, Ears, Nose, and Paws is a nonprofit. We're in Carrboro, North Carolina, and our mission is to partner people with dogs to improve lives. And we get them when they are typically around 8 weeks old, and we bring them into training immediately. We first place them with a community volunteer who's called a young puppy trainer. And in that time, the community volunteer is responsible for housebreaking, basic care, some amount of obedience training, but mostly just really good socialization and giving the dogs a great foundation for their future work.
I sit down and want my dog to lay down. Ready. Okay. I'm going to play it with this little terrier who has zero, she's never done it before. Good job. Checking on her. Okay. So here we go. I'm sitting down. I'm being sure that the leash is not very long, right? Okay. And I'm counting in my head. She has no idea because this is her first time. Okay. And now I'm going to go. Yep. Yay! Okay, and then I'm going to run over here and the game starts again.
Okay.
Okay? She's getting something.
Down.
Yep. Good puppy. Now I immediately go back over here and I'm going to do the same thing again. What do you think happens if she automatically lays down? Yep. Oh, right.
The young puppy trainers come to weekly classes, starting out here at our office and then ultimately moving into the community. So we'll do field trips, and during the field trips when we go to the mall, so an entire group of trainers will go together to the mall, and we'll work on things like settling in public, learning to walk calmly, deal with distractions. There's a whole variety of public access skills that the young puppy trainers start working on, and just meeting a lot of people out in public settings. When the dog is at least 5 months old, we will move the dog into training in prison. So we have a prison training partnership called At Both Ends of the Leash, or ABLE. And the ABLE partnership, the dogs live full-time at the prison from the time they first move in until they are ready to graduate. When the dogs are close to 2 years old, essentially when they're mature, we determine which dogs are ready for placement, and we will pull them from training in prison and match them with one of our clients who is on our waiting list.
I was so excited and over the moon. I counted down days. Every day, I've only got 59 more days, I've only got 58 more days, I've only got 10 more days.
It's not easy to have a dog with you at all times. There's a lot to learn, a lot to work through, and so we do an intensive 2-week training where our clients are matched with dogs and learn to work with the dogs.
It was a lot of fun, it was a lot of stress, it was very physical and emotional for me. It was a very hard situation, just learning and trying to learn to work together. Did you see that? I see it. Henry. I think you've killed it, buddy. Henry loves celery, and When he was taking treats from me, he would nip my fingers with the hard kibble. He would nip my fingers. And so the team behind the scenes brainstormed and came up with celery for a treat for him. So I started going, oh, we get celery, because I'm sure he would prefer the meatball treats. So, and that just kind of turned into more than I thought it was. You know, I thought I was just trying to make Henry feel better because he's getting celery. So it turned into like a, I don't know, we got it. When things are tough, we can get through it. So, and Henry does things for me, like pick things up off the floor, which I can't do, and open doors, takes off my jacket. So he's very, very helpful, and he likes to work. He likes to do things for you. It makes him happy. Being able to open the doors or go get help, he can go get help. And picking up things off the floor is just, you know, when your phone is on the floor and the remote is on the floor, and you can't change the channel. You know, may seem simple to some, but it's like you're stuck in a position. So it's really nice to have independence again. You know, he's with me. He's there for me, and he'll do what, you know, he'd do anything for me, and he knows when I'm feeling down because he's up in my face wanting to give me kisses, and he's just, yeah, not so alone when my husband's at work, you know, and he's a constant companion there for me, so willing participant in whatever I want to get into. We'll say that, yeah.
At the end of that training, we have a public graduation ceremony where we are celebrating those partnerships and all the work that went into them. So in that ceremony, we will hear from the trainers, we'll hear from the clients, and we have a portion of the ceremony that is, it's called the leash ceremony, where the young puppy trainer generally, who trained that dog, will pass the leash on to the client. So it's just symbolic of the team that trained and brought up the dog passing the dog on to its final career in helping people.
So back in 1997, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and after years of treatment, I developed an allergic reaction to the drugs. They used to treat my RA and could no longer take them. Because of this, there was nothing to slow the progression of my joint deterioration. So over the years, many of my joints have deteriorated. First my knees, which led me to being unable to walk any distance, ending up in a wheelchair for 3 years. During those years, I learned patience, while waiting for someone to pick up the things I dropped on the floor, getting me a drink, or opening a door. I have since had knee surgery and can walk, but other joints are failing. So many of these tasks are hard or impossible for me to accomplish. I would say that E&P is this big family, and everybody I've met is supportive and will give you advice and is there for you. You know, the puppy trainers definitely haven't got to see everything that they get to do, but I'm thankful for them, and them taking on a puppy that they're not going to get to keep and working with them and training them so somebody else down the line can benefit from all their hard work. And the able trainers, you can't say thank you enough. The time and energy that they're putting into it is just for someone else. It's selfless, I kind of think. They're doing it so somebody down the line can benefit from what they've put into, the love and dedication and all that time.
I think what I really love about my job is this opportunity to have a really intense impact on people's lives. So we don't work with a lot of people. We don't serve hundreds of people, but the people that we serve, their lives are truly changed by the work that we do. We have clients who, you know, will say to us that their relationship with their assistance dog has entirely changed the trajectory of their lives. And that's a really phenomenal opportunity to be able to be a part of something where you are you're changing the whole direction of someone's life and what they feel able to do. You're allowing them to live independently. You're allowing them to go to college, to have career paths, to travel. There's just a lot of things that these dogs can allow our clients to do that for many of them weren't possible before.
I was so excited when I got invited to client training because I knew it would change my life. And during training, I was matched with Henry, this handsome boy at my side. And because of Henry, there will be no more waiting for someone to pick up the numerous things I dropped on the floor. more struggling to open a door or a refrigerator, no more worrying about falling and how I will get help. I will no longer be alone. I will have a constant companion who will help me with these tasks I can no longer complete. And there will be kisses and wagging tail to encourage me. This would not have been possible without EMP and the dedication and love they give to each dog in their care. To Deb, Maria, Al, Allison, and Rachel, thank you for supporting me, pushing me, and being there with kind words when I needed it. And there were times I really needed it. To all the board members, puppy trainers, able trainers, and volunteers who make this possible, words cannot express how grateful and thankful I am for all of you and all you have done. For my classmates, Suzu and Tracy, thank you for bringing a ray of sunshine to the class every day and for being there when I needed you. And Tracy and Suzu, when times get tough, just remember,